Welcome back and welcome to the Sleeping Giant Inn, which was the start of our quest. I'm not going to do a very long introduction this time. Just as always, thank you so much for watching as we can pan along and see the journey that our heroes took towards the start of the dungeon itself. The one thing this really did trigger is very similar to a number of fantasy books and novels such as Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. There's a lot of just walking and travelling and getting to know the characters. So even when we go through the dungeon and there was a number of just normal empty rooms with not much to see, hopefully it just does build the story and the suspense as our heroes dive into the dungeon itself. With all of that said then, let's just get straight back to the adventure and let's run the titles. Let's move on. So here are our adventurers ready to open the next door to see whether or not that will be a room or a corridor. One thing I did forget to do was position one of the heroes to check out the bookcase. So dependent on what happens when we open the door, we'll probably move the wizard over Malinor to check to see if he can find anything of interest. That said, we probably still need to keep an eye in case we get ambushed from behind. But with all of that, let's actually move on and look to open the door that is in front of us. And so the doors are open. Let's roll a dice and see what we get. We have now entered 3 rooms. I think it's 5 before we increase and it gets easier to find a quest room. But for now, on the roll of a 12, it will be a quest room. If not, we'll find out what we've got. A 1. Yet, oh no, sorry. Before, if it was a room, it was whether it was a room or a corridor. So let's just check. I believe odds were a room and evens were a corridor, but let's just double check that. So here we can see on an even number the door opens into a passage, and on odd it leads into another room, and we rolled a 1, so it's yet again another room. So we rolled an odd and it is a room, so let's roll. And again, as we mentioned, this time, if it is a 12, it will be a quest room. And it's a 4. So that's a 4. And yet again, it's another normal room. Let's get that added. Actually, before we do add that, let's find out about furniture and the number of doors within that normal room. So we'll take 2 dice. The first one will be for furniture, and the second will be for the number of doors, if any. A 10 and an 8. So a 10 is the alchemist's bench, and the 8 is one door. So here we have our new room with our alchemy bench. We now need to roll a 1 or a 12, or we don't need to roll a 1 or a 12, but we roll a d12, and if it's a 1 we've uncovered a trap, and if it's a 12 there's going to be some wandering monsters in this room. If that's not the case, we'll then start to line up at the next door. Well, this time I think we'll have the wizard come and check out the bench, and we'll maybe have the dwarf come over and check the bookcase. We shall see. But let's roll the dice first of all. 2, very close, but still nothing. Let's move our band of heroes. So here we are now with all of our band of adventurers in place, and first of all we'll roll for the dwarf checking out the bookcase. So let's roll a d12 and see if he finds anything. I would say that's a no, but let's double check. 1 to 10, nothing of interest. So the alchemist bench, 1 won't bode well. Because it will be a trap or trigger some wandering monsters, but hopefully we can find an 11 or 12. Let's take a look. Ten, unfortunately, is still nothing. Oh, no, sorry, we're up here. 10 is still nothing. Let's go and open the next door and move on with our adventure. So what we'll do is we'll roll the d12, and remember, if it's evens it will be a corridor, if it's odds it will be yet another room. And let's hope it's no longer just a normal room, but we shall see. We'd still like to see an odd. And it is an odd, it's another room. So let's just double check the number of rooms we've done. We have done 4. So let's try again and see what room this is going to be. 1. Yet another normal room. We seem to have come a very boring way indeed. So once more, we're getting quite used to this. What we'll do is we will roll a d12, the first one being for furniture, and the second one being for the number of doors. (11) and 8. 11 is another bookcase, and 8 is one more door. I'm just thinking here, if I enter a dead end, I have a long way to head back, and this could just be a series of rooms, so we shall see. But for now, we'll just carry on the route that we're going. So I've now done the sensible thing and turned the alchemist desk around the correct way. So hopefully Malinor now can search that correctly. The one other piece I forgot to do as always was open the doors. So we will do that after we've rolled for Malinor searching the alchemist desk. We'll open the doors. We'll then roll to see if anything was trapped or if there's a wandering monster inside, and then we'll advance, check out the bookcase, and hopefully this time through the doors will not be a normal empty room. Let's move on. So Malinor to search the alchemist desk. A 1 will be very bad, but let's roll and see what we find. It's a 12. That sounds very promising. A healing potion. So let's add that to Malinor's character sheet. So Malinor now has a second healing potion. Looking good. Back to the adventure. We'll open the doors. Do we have a trap or a wandering monster? We have wandering monsters. Let battle commence. So for the Shattered Amulet Monster Matrix, we have the wandering monsters here. Let's see what we get. D12. Five. 3 warriors. So there's the 3 Scaven warriors. We will now roll a initiative roll. We have the elf looking into the room, so the elf will add 2 to the hero's roll. The hero's dice will be the first one we see. Ten, 11. So that is a draw. I'm not sure what you do on a draw, so I'll just re-roll. And the heroes win this time without even adding the elf's advantage. So Tanalas is going to take a shot at the closest Scaven. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and remember, if he is standing next to a friendly model, that counts as clear line of sight. He needs to roll a 4 or more. Just scrapes maybe above the shield, and that is 3 damage dice, needing 7s or more. One hit. Two wounds left. Now Jasper, who has a movement of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going up against a weapon skill of 6. Jasper needs a 5. And misses. Jed Brownport, our sergeant, 1, 2, 3. Also going up against a weapon skill of 6. Jed needs a 5. And gets it. 4 damage dice going against 7s. Two hits is enough to kill him. And he will take the space that the Skaven was in. Now, Ulfric Deathbringer. Let's check his speed. Ulfric has a speed of 8, and going for a 6 will require a 5. With 5 damage dice if he does hit. One, 2, 3, 4. 5. Requiring a 5. And gets an 8. 5 damage dice. Three hits and a critical, but he doesn't need the extra critical. Our Skaven friend has been killed. Let's take Archibald Whitetown, who has a speed of 6. If he does get there, he will require a 6 to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't make it. We could have a little problem appearing. Now, just from a tactical point of view, in case we can't kill him and we get ambushed, we are going to take Alan, and Alan is just going to move into this corner and look that way, give him a clean line of sight right down this alley. So if we are ambushed, they will be coming in here, as this is the closest point of line of sight. Haradir has a speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Malinor has a speed of 7. Let's see if he can throw his dagger. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight. Is that a hit? It is. 2 damage dice. Two damage dice needing 7s. One hit. Now it is the enemy's turn. We roll 1 dice, and on a 1 reinforcements arrive. Close, but the Skaven warrior is by himself. So our cunning Skaven is actually going to attack Archie here, as he is the easiest hero or character to hit. So if he goes there, and Archie has a weapon skill of 7, and therefore our Skaven warrior to hit a 7 needs an 8. Rolling for an 8 and misses. So following the miss, we already rolled the 1, so or didn't roll a 1, should I say, so there was no ambush, so we can attack again. So let's this time start with Archie hitting back. So he's going for a 6 and needs a 6. Needing a 6. Gets a critical. Let's see if he can hit again. Two hits. Fantastic. Let's see how many damage dice. 4 damage dice. So that is 8 damage dice. Get the feeling he might be able to kill our Ratman friend. One, 2, 3, 4 over 7, and he needs 7s. Archie got his first kill, I believe. Skaven warrior. 1. Strike kill. Now I will go back and double check who killed the other ones and get them added, because I don't think I actually added them to our tallies. So we'll quickly do that as well. So I updated the kills for both Ulfric and Jed, and also as you saw we did do Archie. Let's kill the Skaven. He is no longer there.
Hey, it's Archie Whiteout again. Did you see my kill? That Skaven did not stand a chance. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you did like the episode, please do remember to like and subscribe. See you next time, and hopefully we can find the captured adventurer at long last.